Part 2, made in his image and likeness. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27, it says, "Then God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created them, male and female he created them. The key to understanding this passage is understanding the words image and likeness. The word image is a masculine noun in Hebrew, selem, which means a shadow that is the outline or representation of the original. So if you're standing in the light, you're casting a shadow. The shadow is not you, right? It's the image, it's the outline, it's the representation of you. But yet when you move, the shadow moves with you. What does that mean spiritually? Are we God? Of course not. But God's original plan before the fall, we have God's shadow, God's outline, God's image imprinted onto our souls. So what does that mean spiritually? We are created to reflect God's life. So when we think, we're reflecting the mind of God. When we speak, we're reflecting the speech of God. And when we love, we're reflecting the heart of God. The word likeness is demuth in Hebrew, a feminine noun which means similar. So what does that mean spiritually? So let's say you have a statue of me on one side and my son on the other side. You would say they both look like me because they're both in my likeness. In fact, the statue looks more like me than my son. But what does my son have that the statue doesn't have? An essence, a nature, a being, life. So even though the statue looks more like me, my son is much more in my likeness. Right? So that's how we understand what it means to be made in the image and likeness of God. And it's through that participation that we become partakers in the divine nature. We share God's life. That's what 2 Peter says. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 4, we become partakers, sharers in God's own divine nature and life. In Ephesians chapter 6, St. Paul says, "Do you not know your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, which you have from God? You are not your own. You have been bought with a price. So glorify God in your body." It can be said that in the Holy Spirit, the intimate life of God becomes totally gift in an exchange of mutual love. It is the Holy Spirit who is the personal expression of this self-giving love of God. So with God as the center of our married life, we're actually laying a foundation, a strong foundation, upon which God will build the house of our married life with us. So with God as the heart and the center of our life, we can move forward in love and participate deeply, richly, and intimately in His divine life in the marriage covenant.